Alright guys, we have covered the Sam Raimi trilogy, and now we are on to the Amazing Spider-Man duology, starting with my unbiased and unfanboyed review of The Amazing Spider-Man. This review is going to start a lot of controversy, I can feel it right now. And just like in my reviews of the first 3 Spider-Man films, the Sam Raimi trilogy, this is also a collaboration review with my good friend Parker and Josh. Both of them have different opinions on The Amazing Spider-Man. You'll find out about what they think about this movie after I give my thoughts on this film. Because like I said, this review is going to start some controversy, going to start some talk. But before I talk about The Amazing Spider-Man, I will talk about a little history about Spider-Man 4. Both Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire were both interested in doing a Spider-Man 4, with Tobey Maguire reprising his role as Peter Parker / Spider-Man, and Sam Raimi coming back to direct Spider-Man 4, and what could have been a Spider-Man quadrilogy. You could have stuff like the Vulture was going to be there, Black Cat maybe I'm hearing, Carnage, yeah, Venom at the end of Spider-Man 3, that wouldn't make sense. And they were talking about stuff like the Vultress, which I'm just like, okay. But it was eventually canceled due to both Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire had other work to do, other projects, and both scheduling conflicts. They couldn't be able to do a Spider-Man 4, as Sony was on the verge of losing the rights to Spider-Man. If they were to make another movie in 5 years, they would lose the rights. So that leads us to this film that we have, The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I remember seeing the teaser trailer back in 2011. I remember thinking to myself, oh, they're going the Dark Knight route, dark and serious, realistic, new guy playing Spider-Man, new costume, Gwen Stacy's in it, web shooters, all this other stuff. I was thinking to myself, this could either be really good or really bad. And, of course, July 3rd, 2012, saw this movie in the theaters. I wasn't really expecting much, and I will admit, after walking out of the theater in 2012, I loved this movie. I was obsessed with this film. I was to talk about this movie for hours and days and days, and I was just to the point where, forget the Avengers, The Amazing Spider-Man is the best comic book movie of 2012. Heck, I even still have the Amazing Spider-Man costume from 2012. And I even still have my mask and everything. Also, too, I even still have the Amazing Spider-Man hand web toy that you click it and make a sound. Yes, I still have this from 2012, and I was obsessed with this film. And as time has passed, people tend to watch this movie again and like this movie less and less and less, to the point where now people now crap on this movie. Now, even I know back then when this movie first came out, it didn't get the best reviews. It got decent reviews. It had like a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 7 out of 10 on IMDb. But it didn't get amazing reviews or terrible reviews. It was like, it was alright. But now, it's like, everybody hates this movie now. Everybody says it's a mixed bag. But now, rewatching this movie last night, I still love this movie. I still don't get the hate for this movie. Does it have problems? It does. The Amazing Spider-Man has flaws, but the flaws are minor flaws that I have with this movie. I will get to some of the things that why I love The Amazing Spider-Man and why I think that this movie and the sequel, which I will get to soon, is better than the Sam Raimi trilogy overall. First, I'm going to talk about Andrew Garfield's portrayal as Peter Parker in this film. I actually really did love his portrayal of Peter Parker in this movie. I will admit I like Tobey Maguire a bit more as Peter Parker than I do Andrew Garfield, because Tobey Maguire definitely plays the nerdy part very well. But him as Spider-Man, he was okay. But Andrew Garfield in this movie, his portrayal as Peter Parker, he was more of a social outcast than just a geeky nerd. But speaking of that, you definitely see the geek part of Peter Parker in this movie, Yes, you see the geeky part of Peter Parker and the Sam Raimi trilogy, but it never really show his geekiness that much. They never really show it like being smart. And this movie, when he's writing out the equation to Dr. Kirk Connors, the formula, it shows you that this Peter Parker is very, very intelligent. And I loved Andrew Garfield, his portrayal as Peter Parker in this movie. He was very good in this role. He was very good, and him as Spider-Man, also very good. He was definitely a huge Spider-Man fan going in and growing up, so you definitely see the passion and the love for this character in this movie. We see his portrayal, and he has quips. Spider-Man is actually funny in this movie. That's one of the things what keeps me going back to this movie so many times, that Spider-Man makes quips, and I'm just like, this is what I've been waiting for since 2002, because Spider-Man in this movie is actually very funny. And of course, my favorite scene with him in this movie was that, oh, you find my weakness, it's small knives. And it shows you that, I'm like, that Spider-Man, that is Spider-Man. And he has web shooters, because I was never a fan of the organic web shooters in the Sam Raimi trilogy, but the mechanical web shooters in this movie also show his geekiness. He shows him getting the web equipment from Oscorp and shows him making the web shooters. I'm just like, this is actually the Spider-Man movie I've been waiting for. And I will admit, I was one of those people back in 2011 when the website came up and it showed the suit for this movie and it showed that image. I will admit, I wasn't really feeling it at all. It didn't really look like Spider-Man to me. It looked very different from the usual classic Spider-Man costume that we are used to. But watching the movie, I was okay with it. It looked fine on screen. I didn't mind it. It didn't hurt me. Also, at least this movie shows Spider-Man making his suit. Unlike in the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, where he just pulled the suit out of his butt. Like, boom. He got the suit like that. But in this movie, it shows him looking at all the different spandex online, going on Bing, and just calling on the phone, saying he wants everything spandex. It shows him making the suit, putting the lens in the mask, and it shows all of that. It shows all that. It really shows all of that, and I love. That's one of the things I really love about this film, and why I think it's better than the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. Because at least this movie shows Spider-Man making his suit. Naysayers of this movie always love to point out that Andrew Garfield's portrayal as Peter Parker is a douchebag. Teenagers are douchebags, so saying that Andrew Garfield is a douchebag in this movie, like, no duh, teenagers are douchebags. But the scene I really do love about this movie, that what people always point out to why they think Peter Parker is a jerk, because soon as he gets his powers, he starts to mess around with Flash after he beat him up in front of the entire school. If I would have got spider-like powers, where I would have climb up walls and do all these fast reflex stuff, I would do the exact same thing if the school bully ever humiliated me in front of the school. I would literally do the exact same thing. Like, who wouldn't? I mean, that would be so cool, to be honest with you. Just humiliating, like, the school bully that picks on you a lot, and you just fake him out while, like, doing all the basketball things. But I would definitely do that. A scene I thought that was very funny was when, after Peter gets bitten by the spider, he started to act all twitchy. He broke his alarm clock. He broke the sink faucet. He was typing on the keyboard. Then the keyboard started to stick on his head. That was hilarious. Of course, yeah, I know I gotta talk about the relationship between Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker in this movie. It is so friggin' adorable. I love their chemistry in this movie, and of course, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone were dating at this time, and you could definitely see the relationship and chemistry is very strong and very passionate in this movie, and Emma Stone's performance as Gwen Stacy, phenomenal. She does a great job as Gwen Stacy. She was actually a very useful character. She helps find the antidote to destroy the lizard's plan by turning people into lizards, which I will talk about that. But I felt like she was helping Peter Parker in this movie to take down the lizard. I thought, like, wow, she's actually a very important and useful character that helps Spider-Man in his movie to take down the bad guy. I thought that was very great. And Emma Stone, of course, does a great job as Gwen Stacy, and will admit she is way better than MJ Kirsten Dunst. Yeah, I said it. And I also really did like Martin Sheen and Sally Field as Uncle Ben and Aunt May. I thought they did a really good job in this movie. Were they better than Cliff Robertson and Rosemary Harris and the Sam Raimi trilogy as Uncle Ben and Aunt May? I wouldn't say they are, but they do a really good job. They're really close. Now let me talk about the great power comes with great responsibility scene in this movie and how people get all butthurt that they changed the lineup in this movie. I'm actually fine with it. Actually, as a matter of fact, if they would have used that line in this movie, people already say that this movie is too much like the 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. If they would have used that, they would say it. They would just keep on saying, oh, this movie just a retread of this 2002 film. This is the same movie as the 2002 Spider-Man film. But they talk about how they changed the lineup of this movie, saying, why would they change it up? I want to say how it was for the 2002 film, and such and such and such. I was like, people, why I love this scene so much is that Mark Webb, who directed this movie, did his own thing. He did his own thing with the line in this movie, and I thought that I was okay with it. I thought it was very different from the Sam Raimi trilogy, and I thought it was unique how he used it, how Uncle Ben used it to Peter Parker in this movie, how he put his father in that line. And I thought that was very cool. As soon as Peter Parker just storms off and Uncle Ben gets killed by the robber, and I thought that was very emotional. I felt attachment to that. Same thing when he died in the 2002 film. And then also, what I really love about this film too, after his uncle dies, he goes after the robber. He goes after different muggers, but it turns out it's the wrong guy. I really love that. That part of this movie I really did love, and I thought that sets up the realistic tone for this movie. He goes up to muggers that look like the guy who killed his uncle, but it turns out he's not it. He has to have a star on his wrist. I thought that was very interesting. I thought that was very cool. I know people say, why did he not go after his uncle, such and such and such? If there's a giant lizard running in New York, you will forget about that too. Just think about it. Rhys Ifans as Dr. Kirk Connors / the Lizard. I really did like him as Dr. Kirk Connors. He was very convincing. I bought his motivation a little bit, but I'll get to my negatives on that. But I really did think that he was very convincing. I did like him as Dr. Kirk Connors and his motivation on cross-species genetics. And when he becomes the Lizard, people like to crap on his look, that he looks like a Goomba for Super Mario Brothers, but I love his look as the Lizard. He doesn't look like the Lizard from the 60s comic than he did in the 90s comic, which he had the big snout on his face. That's what people were expecting to see instead of the whole 60s look. But I was okay with the Lizard design in this movie. The CGI, the capture work looked very cool. I thought even back then, 2012, it looked cool. Now, it still looks cool to this day, and I will say I have no problem with it. A scene that I did really love when Spider-Man saved the boy that was falling off of the bridge, then his car catches on fire, then he was about to fall, then Spider-Man catches him. That was very Spider-Man-like. That this movie was just like the Spider-Man movie I was waiting for. How it shows Spider-Man, like, I watched this movie, I'm like, I see Spider-Man. I never really felt that with the Raimi trilogy. In this movie, I felt that. And of course, that was C. Thomas Howell's son, that near the end of this movie, he repays him by saving him by carrying on to the giant crane. I thought that was that was an amazing moment. No pun intended. James Horner's score, may he rest in peace, is fantastic in this movie. It definitely differentiates itself from the Sam Raimi trilogy, even though I do love Danny Elfman's score more than I do James Horner's score in this movie. And when Spider-Man swings, it definitely feels like you're swinging along with him. I love almost everything about this movie, but however, there are some things I will admit about this movie that do have some problems with it. The untold story marketing. Okay. I actually thought they were actually going to build it up for the third film, because this was planned on to be a trilogy, which of course it's not. But I actually thought they were going to build this mystery part of Peter's parents up, which I really do love that aspect about this movie. That's one of the things I forgot to talk about. The mystery aspect with Peter Parker and his parents and their disappearance or why they left him. I thought that part of the movie was very intriguing, but they didn't elaborate much. They didn't really elaborate it too much with this movie, and I really thought that it's kind of a waste now. And also, too, there was a scene that didn't really make sense to me. Was that on the bridge scene, when Spider-Man knocked down the lizard, automatically, very quick, he whipped up all the cars on the bridge. Like, how did he do that fast? That didn't really make any sense. Also, when Irfan Khan's character disappeared out of nowhere, I know there was a deleted scene that the lizard actually ate Irfan Khan's character alive, but that scene's not in the movie, so he pretty much disappeared out of nowhere. And also, too, I like the lizard's motivation. I do. But when he turns people into humanoid lizard thingies, I was like, huh? Like, that came out of the blue. That's the one motivation of the lizard I didn't really like at all. Like, there's some flaws I do have with this movie, and I think that this also, like I said, they're minor flaws. They're minor flaws, so it doesn't really tank the movie. It doesn't really make it a terrible movie. They're just minor flaws and nitpicks that I do have. Captain Stacy, played by Dennis Leary, who I thought was very great in his role in this movie. He plays Captain Stacy, and he died by the hands of the lizard at the end of this film while he injected his hand through his chest, and he tells Peter to stay away from Gwen. But Peter's all like, nope, I'm dating her instead. I will admit, I never really liked that part about this film. But, you know, since Peter loves her, now think about it more and more, since Peter loves her so much, he can't stay away from her. So, I don't really call that a negative, but okay. So overall, I love The Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's a very underrated film. It has its flaws, but the positives outweigh the negatives, so that's how I basically feel about this film. I think it's underrated. I love Andrew Garfield's performances. Some things could have been fixed, like the untold story aspect, and the lizard turning people into lizard human thingies. That could have been fixed. And I can see the comments right now, or you are a Mark Webb fanboy, you're a fanboy for Spider-Man, you don't know nothing about Spider-Man, so that's why you love this movie's terrible. I'm at this point in my life where I just don't care anymore. I really don't care. I like things that people don't like sometimes, and I don't like things that people like sometimes. That's how this world works. We're not all the same people, we're not gonna agree on everything, we're not gonna have the same opinion, and we're not gonna have the same viewpoints on everything. So, there. I said my reasonings of why I love this movie, and that's it. Also, best Stan Lee cameo ever. I'm gonna give The Amazing Spider-Man an A-. That is my honest grade for this movie. Yup. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Yes, I love this film, and I don't care. Like I said before, this is a collaboration review with my good friend Parker and Josh. Both of them have the same opinion as me, and I respect their opinions on this movie, so enjoy Parker and Josh reviews on The Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, we've reached that point, guys, where I have to talk about the Amazing Spider-Man series as part of these collaboration reviews. And we're going to start with the amazing Been There and Done That Man, because I'm not calling it by its actual name, or what some people call the best Spider-Man yet. This is not the best Spider-Man movie yet. I'm going to be quick with the production history because I don't want to delve too much into it, make this too long. After Spider-Man 3, Sony and Marvel hoped to do Spider-Man 4, but Sam Raimi and Sony had disagreements and Sam Raimi walked away. And then they decided to reboot it, but this time it wouldn't be a part of the Tobey Maguire films. They decided to reboot this with a new cast and the same production crew. And for the first time since the beginning of the live-action Spider-Man movies, Tobey Maguire was not going to play Andrew Garfield. Spider-Man. This had a lot of people who liked the Sam Raimi films outraged. But the new actor chosen will be Andrew Garfield. And then we got the movie we got now. An overhyped mess ruined by the studio. So let me get into this plot. The plot is pretty much identical, and this tells the story of Peter Parker, a teenager from New York City who becomes Spider-Man after being bitten by a genetically altered spider. But this goes into his origin a little more, and this is supposed to be the untold story. Yep, this is not the untold story if you ask me. This is basically the same as 2002 original. But also, he has a crush on Gwen Stacy, and he must stop Dr. Kirk Connors as a mutated lizard from spreading a mutant serum to the sea's human population that will turn everyone to spiders. When I say this goes into his origin a little more, I mean the Parasol plot. Now, I wasn't totally against this. I was upset that they were not doing Spider-Man 4, but I wasn't totally against the reboot. I was actually kind of interested to see how it would turn out. So I saw trailers and then I just completely avoided everything else. I remember in 2012 I saw at least the first half of this movie and then stopped watching this movie a few minutes later. I literally did not watch this whole movie until 2014. I literally did not watch this whole movie until 2014. That is a fact. This movie, I don't hate it, but this was an unnecessary reboot. This was the most saddest attempt of a reboot I've seen. Basically, the studio, they just wanted to make this movie only to keep the rights and to cater to the fans of the Sam Raimi, the haters of the Sam Raimi trilogy. Which some people are probably saying these are much better films. And just this. And then also, they said they will reboot this franchise. And then Mark Webb says this is not a remake. Yes, this is a remake. Because it's the same exact movie with the same exact premise as 2002 film, which I have in my hand. This is basically nothing but the rights, and this movie is basically trying to be Chris Nolan's Batman trilogy. Spider-Man is not Batman. Dark and Gritty is not Spider-Man. That is Batman. Now, I appreciate some films that does take the dark and gritty route with superheroes. I appreciate Man of Steel for doing that. A lot of people hate that movie, but I really enjoyed it. But doing this to Spider-Man does not work. This was not the best decision for you to do, Sony. But I don't hate this movie. I just feel like this movie is very unneeded, very unnecessary, and this has a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. It does not deserve it. This was also the 7th highest grossing film in 2012, the 51st highest grossing film, the 9th highest grossing superhero film, the lowest grossing Spider-Man film besides Amazing Spider-Man 2, the 6th highest grossing film to be released by Sony Columbia TriStar, and also the highest grossing reboot of all time worldwide. Yes. You know what, let me just get into my positives because I don't want to sit here for an hour and 45 minutes. What worked in The Amazing Spider-Man? Now, the pros of The Amazing Spider-Man. I will say that the music is really good. I like the score by the late James Horner. This was the last score he did before he died in a tragic accident. And I will say the score is fine for what it is. But the theme is not as memorable as Danny Elfman's theme. I like the music. I think the music is really good. I think the music is decent. but there was just something lacking into it. And I will say that I do like most of the cast. I like Dennis Leary as Captain George Stacy. I think he's really good in this movie. He is Gwen's father. I really enjoyed him. He was amazing, and I thought he pulled off the character very well. Martin Sheen and Sally Field, I don't have a problem with them while they're acting, but some of their acting is very iffy. The cast is fine for what they're given, but they're not given much to work with. They have nothing to work. They're basically either repeating the same lines of dialogue from the 2002 film. Which is what one thing this movie, two things this movie do. It either steals dialogue from the Sam Raimi films, including this one, and it steals the tone of Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. I kid you not. The action scenes are really well shot. I like the action scenes. I think they're very good. I think they're shot well. Mark Webb shoots action very well. I like the fight with the Lizard and Spider-Man at the school, where you have the awesome Stan Lee library cameo. That was pretty funny. I also like the effects. I like the effects in the movie. I think the effects are decent, especially for the $230 million budget that this movie has. I think the film is okay. The budget is okay. And the last positive I will mention is Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. Yes, Emma Stone, she is a very talented actress. She finally got her Oscar this year for La La Land, which was a really good movie. I think Emma Stone is beautiful. She's gorgeous and really talented, and she's very pretty. And her as Gwen Stacy, I really liked. I liked her. Even though I like Bryce Dallas Howard, I felt like this version had more to do. And I think the chemistry between her and Andrew Garfield is okay. They have good chemistry, but the chemistry, you will not top Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst's chemistry, Amazing Spider-Man. And that is basically my positives, because I have a crap load of problems with this movie, and I'm about to get into what did not work right now. Now it's time to get into what I didn't like in The Amazing Spider-Man, the Spider-Man reboot. Now for what didn't work in The Amazing Spider-Man. Where do I begin? Okay. The tone. Dark and gritty, you can do that to dark and gritty characters. Superman's not a dark and gritty character. He's a lighthearted, but I accepted it in Man of Steel. But here, when you do it to Spider-Man, it does not work. It's out of place. You're basically trying to be the next Chris Nolan Batman, but you cannot beat Chris Nolan's Dark Knight films. I love those films. I don't think they're overhyped as some people make them out to be. But doing dark and gritty does not work. Another negative I have with this movie is that they had to go into the freaking origin again for 2 hours and 17 minutes, which was unnecessary. You could have went the Incredible Hulk route and just did it the origin that way. But no, we have to sit through the freaking whole origin again, and it takes an hour and a half for Spider-Man to show up. Gosh. I'm sorry. Redoing the origin again for this movie was not the best decision. And it still isn't, and it still wasn't. It was not. It's not. And I feel so bad for this freaking character with this movie, because you can tell this movie was heavily edited in the editing room by the studio. Studio interference. Sony came in and said, we need to get this movie out so we can make more money. And they basically just chopped this movie. You can tell there are some parts missing. Stuff that was even in the promotional trailers and advertisements are not even there. Half of the stuff is just gone. You know, half of the stuff. So, with this upcoming re-release for all 5 films coming out in June, including the new Extended for 3.1 of Spider-Man 3, I want to see the original version. I want to know what was cut out from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I want to know. Because those things would have helped fill in the gaps. But literally, Sony just they basically screwed up. You basically screwed up. Now, let me just say it. I do like the acting, but the script is so poorly written. You basically copied the lines from Spider-Man 2002, and also the script is just poorly written, and you have the nerve to put the writer of the freaking Harry Potter movies as one of the writers of this film? Are you kidding me? No. Steve Kloves is a good writer. He wrote 6 out of the 7 Harry Potter movies. Well, basically 8, but I count Deathly Hallows as one movie. But you did not have to use Steve Kloves' writing talent for this. You didn't. Now, the Lizard, I was very excited to see the Lizard, but the Lizard looks like complete crap. I don't like this is not the Lizard from the 90s animated series. This is not the Lizard. This looks like Godzilla 1998 made out with the freaking Goomba from Super Mario Brothers mixed with Cobra Commander mixed with the crappy version of Doctor Doom from Fantastic. That's basically what it is. And the characterization of Peter Parker, I do not blame Andrew Garfield for this. He tried, but unfortunately he has nothing to work with either. But his Peter Parker comes off as a rebellious teenager who is basically a douche to everyone. That's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is not a douche. And I know the excuse is going to be, Joshua, teenagers are jerks. What do you expect? Just because teenagers are jerks, that does not mean you do it to the most well-beloved Marvel character besides Iron Man or X-Men or Blade or any other hero that Marvel owns. This Spider-Man is unlikable. Peter Parker is unlikable. I hated him. He is a complete douche. He doesn't care. He's lying to Aunt May. He's arguing with Aunt May about stuff. Not to mention, you redo Uncle Ben's death very stupidly. And also, the Spider-Man suit, when we do see the suit looks like complete crap, okay? The suit looks like crap. It is nothing like the Spider-Man suit from the comics. It looks like a freaking basketball suit. That's what it is, a basketball version of the Spider-Man suit. And it looks complete crap. I'm telling you. You had a $230 million budget, and most of the movie went to the effects. You didn't put any... The cinematography is just bland. The cinematography is bland. The action is cool, but the cinematography is bland. Most of the effects of this movie are complete crap. The Lizard looks like crap. Spider-Man's suit looks like crap. And people want to defend this movie by saying Spider-Man is more joking here than Tobey Maguire. No, Tobey Maguire only made the jokes when the situation called for it. He didn't just make jokes every 5 minutes like Andrew Garfield did. Which, these are not jokes. These are sarcasm quips. And basically, these are just, he's not funny. He doesn't make me laugh. None of the jokes make me laugh. He tries way too hard. Irfan Khan is underused as heck in this movie. They cut his scenes out in the editing room too. See, so this is just a example of an unnecessary reboot that is basically shot for shot, scene for scene, word for word, same freaking movie. And this movie has the nerve to rip off the Upside Down Kiss and the original Spider-Man. And when you basically did that, that's basically where I officially said, alright, you know what, screw this. This movie is a rights holder, and this movie has officially gone into overhyped territory. What do people see in this movie? This is not my Spider-Man. This is my Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is my Spider-Man, okay? This is not how you make a reboot of Spider-Man. This is not how you get me to be interested in another Spider-Man film. And this is not satisfying for me to see a character that everyone loves. And it's not satisfying for me as a fan of the Sam Raimi films to see Spider-Man, a well-known character that will be getting redeemed this year in July with Spider-Man Homecoming, and just completely killed his film legacy like that, like this. Between the douchebag Peter Parker, studio interference problems, and most of the stuff, I'm upset. I'm upset, and this is what Sony gave me. I did not plan for this to be a rant, but you know what? I cannot hold in my frustration no more, because not only am I disinterested by a lot of the stuff going on, because not only am I disinterested by Andrew Garfield's performance and a lot of the production troubles, but you give me a Spider-Man, you give me a Spider-Man movie like this, and the movie literally has to pay for the stuff it did. After giving me 3 really great films, to this crap, Sony, you could have done better than this. Guys, I don't hate this movie. This movie would have been better if it was Spider-Man 4. But at least I got one more Spider-Man movie to cover before Homecoming. That would do my. But in that one, it's an improvement over this, but it still carries the same amount of issues that this movie suffers from. The Amazing Spider-Man is an entertaining, okay at best movie that I can watch for a time waster, but at the end of the day, as a reboot to Spider-Man, it serves as a very disappointing, overhyped movie, and I will give The Amazing Spider-Man a C-. So guys, that was my review of The Amazing Spider-Man, review/rant. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Let me know what you guys think of this movie down below in the video. By the end of this video, do you like it? Do you hate it? Who do you think played the better Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield? And if you like this, you can come to my channel and we can all have a good time.
Hey, what's up guys, Parker here doing my Amazing Spider-Man reviews/rants. And I guess you could say, why are you doing the Amazing Spider-Man films first, and why aren't you starting with the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi trilogy, or the original stuff? I'm like, I just want to get this shit out of the way, and then be like, well, if you hate these films, why the hell do you have a Amazing Spider-Man 2 poster up there? The poster's cool, okay, the poster's cool. Cool poster, but the film's shit. Bought the poster before I saw the film, so obviously I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna think of the movie, okay? Swear warning here, fucking vacuum going on out there. I don't know if you can hear it. Someone's vacuuming. Fucking shut the fuck. Okay, this is gonna be a rant, obviously, as you can tell in the title. I do not like these movies. Let me just start out by saying that. It's fine if any of you guys like them. It's fine, no problem there. I will respect your guys' opinion, no problem. I've always have respect other people's opinion. It's fine. I'll respect them. I have no problem with you enjoying the Amazing Spider-Man films. Let me just grab the DVDs or whatever the fuck. These pieces of... Why do you own them on Blu-ray? Because I do, okay? No, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, because I'm pissed off here. I do not like these fucking movies. And so if you like them, cool. If you like this one, if you like this, fine. I don't like any of them. They can suck a spider dick. So yeah, before I get into these pieces of fucking shit, I will, this is just for the first one, and then obviously later today, Amazing Spider-Man 2, fucking number 2 piece of shit. I want to go over some stuff here. I have a shitload of Spider-Man DVDs right here, so let me just show you this. Just take all this crap out. Okay, want to say, love the 90s cartoon. These are certain volumes. You got the Ultimate Villain Showdown here. Pretty cool stuff. It features Green Goblin, Kingpin, and Dr. Octopus. Cool stuff. The Return of the Green Goblin, which they did Gwen Stacy's death, which you didn't have Gwen Stacy. Instead, it was MJ. But what they did with that, they basically did that story. And then obviously when we get to this, they do that in here with Gwen Stacy. They kill her, and they do the death of Gwen Stacy story. But this, it's done with MJ, but it's pretty much what, but that, they did it a fucking million times better than this shit, okay? I'll get to that. So yes, there's the, Return of the Green Goblin, Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock, and the Venom Saga, my favorite. Okay, love the 90s cartoon. They need to release the complete series somehow, some way, on DVDs or Blu-rays or whatever. Heck, even DVDs I would buy. What the fuck? But I heard in the UK it's already on complete, the complete show, whatever the fuck, 5 seasons. I know you can buy individual seasons on eBay, but I don't know if it's from fucking other countries or whatever. But yeah, I love the 90s cartoon. I also love the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon series. Got the complete series here on Blu-ray. This is one complete series that I do have of Spider-Man. Complete series, season 1 here, season 2. This show got cut off or ended on a cliffhanger sort of thing, which sucks. But overall, it's a great show, great stuff, because Marvel now has the rights to fucking animated show stuff, which I'm like, okay, well, and they made Ultimate Spider-Man, which sucks ass to fucking make Spider-Man break the fourth wall like Deadpool. I'm like, that's Deadpool thing, that's Deadpool's thing. Don't give it to stupid. Got the this is a kind of a cool set. It's got all the Spider-Man films of the original trilogy. Cool stuff. The only one that has features, which is Spider-Man 3. But all the other films are on here on Blu-ray. Kind of cool disc artwork there. Then Spider-Man 3 with the bonus features. But I also own Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray, which this does come with the director's cut. It's got 3 commentary tracks. They're 3 commentary tracks. It's got a whole 2-hour long, documentary about the film and them creating stuff and great stuff and other featurettes. A lot of other cool featurettes. So great special features, great set there. My second favorite comic book film of all time is Spider-Man 2. My favorite's The Dark Knight, and then I've got the Spider-Man trilogy on DVDs, which this 2 editions of Spider-Man 3, just a single disc edition, which doesn't have much for features. It's got kind of cool red case, but nothing much for features a commentary, and bloopers and galleries and stuff. But this is the special feature stuff. Yeah, DVD and, same disc artwork as the Blu-ray one, but then you kind of got this cool little booklet thing here that kind of opens up and slides out there. I don't hate Spider-Man 3, I'll get to that. I'll review these films next, and then this ad for Blu-ray or whatever. But I don't hate Spider-Man 3. I wouldn't say it's underrated, but I don't know, nostalgia reasons maybe. When, Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 1. great films, two fantastic films right here. Um, 2-disc set. Same with Spider-Man 2. So yeah, so we'll probably be referencing these. I'll get my pop referencing those sometimes, but yes, let's get to the Amazing Spider-Man. More like fucking the Amazing Been There Done That Man, which I've seen I've seen every goddamn. This did nothing new. The trailers said this is the untold story. This is the Spider-Man. This is what we're gonna get, the full Spider-Man experience. This is where everything you're gonna get the fucking origin shit. You're gonna get fucking parents stuff, plots, which there were comics about that, but it's not the main fucking focus. And we'll shoot Uncle Ben again. We'll do all the fucking bullshit. Okay. So I was excited not at first. I was pissed off they wouldn't make a Spider-Man 4 or 5 or whatever. I was pissed off. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna fucking remake it now? You're gonna reboot everything? Okay, you're gonna reboot it? Okay. Wow. Very fucking original, but what do you know? All these remakes, horror film remakes, you got fucking bunch of other bullshit flooding the film theaters, fucking whatever. So what? A lot of remakes and stuff happening. Okay. But so I went to see this with me and my dad went. We're both huge Spider-Man fans. Oh, speaking of other cartoons, I remember watching that 70s show with like his live action and stuff. That's it's so corny but hilarious too. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, great show with Iceman and Firestar, cool stuff. Still in a 60s cartoon too, which I think was kind of funny too. But anyway, so yeah, love Spider-Man, big fan, comics. Read comics that kind of the stuff now, I guess, ain't super huge into or anything, but again, it's like I haven't been keeping up. I'm more a fan of the older stuff, I guess, from the 70s and 60s or 80s or whatever. I guess even the 90s. But anyway, it's already been a while. Let's start talking. Okay, The Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, first time I saw this, I actually liked it. Okay, I actually came out of the theater saying I liked it. But then bought the Blu-ray, bought the DVD, whatever. Rewatched it and watched it more times. Watched it again, preparing for me for this review. I fucking hate this movie. I do, okay? This is bullshit. This is a fucking... I want to fucking do something. This movie is an absolute fucking disaster of a Spider-Man trying to say, we're gonna do the untold story. Yeah, fuck. There wasn't even a goddamn mention of the fucking parents in any of this, and fucking any of Tobey Maguire's Sam Raimi stuff, okay? There wasn't any fucking mention. He lives with his aunt and uncle. Okay, we fucking get it. Backstory, bullshit. You don't fucking need it. Then this film doesn't even deliver it. Yeah, you get the opening scene with his parents dropping him off. Oh, no, this film's darker. We're trying to fucking do what the Dark Knight trilogy did. Yeah, a dark movie, man. So, if they're trying to make a new Dark Spider-Man, why in the fucking sequel, which we'll get to, they change the tone right at the goddamn beginning? You have fucking, just fucking stupid. It's like, so you change the tone right after you establish it in the first film? That's not how you're supposed to fucking do it. A film either consists of the goddamn same tone or it gets darker as the film series goes on. It doesn't fucking change. It starts out dark and then it goes light. What the? It's fucking piece of shit. So yeah, fucking great idea. Mark Webb, 500 Days of Summer. I haven't fucking seen it. Don't fucking care to. I heard it's good. Romantic something fucking shit. It's fine. Whatever. Maybe I'll see it one day. I don't know. But so basically, what happens is, or I'm sure they hired him just because his last name is goddamn Webb. Webb up my ass. Fucking stay still. I don't know. But yeah, okay. So you go with a darker tone here, okay? You promise us Gwen. You're gonna promise us web shooters. Oh, web shooters. Because in the original stuff, they didn't do the web shooters. It was just like organic shit, which I do prefer the web shooters, but not these web shooters. I was even pissed when I first saw him. Like, so he doesn't make them, but he makes them, and he steals shit from Oscorp. And which one thing I do not like how they make Oscorp the fucking center of all the bullshit. It's like, okay, so fucking, especially in that fucking movie, it's like Oscorp is like the fucking, where like, it's like where all the villains come, or where like everything is fucking, where everything is like, Oscorp's the center of all of this. Oh, his parents worked at Oscorp, his parents fucking this, his parents fucking that, his parents don't get... Okay, so, parents, okay. But there's even, like, comics of them, like, with Nick Fury, and, like, even rescuing, like, like, Wolverine, or something, as a kid, or something, just weird shit, I don't know. Not 100% sure on that. But, so, okay, parents, promise his parents, web shooters, a darker tone, Gwen Stacy, and Lizard as the villain, which the Lizard even sucked. Shitty, not bad cast. I don't like Iris Ifans, whatever the fuck. He's not a bad actor, okay? But the way they portrayed Dr. Connors and this shit was fucking terrible. It was an absolute fucking travesty of what. And then even Ivy Rad, fucking dumbass, fucking cunt. I don't know. But basically, what happens is like, it's like even in these, he was like a story writer. Ivy Rad was. Now he's just fucking Sony shit. And like, Sony can go suck my balls. Sony can fucking clog their ass with webs until they can't fuck. Because you can tell Sony pisses me off. They fucking. But now Spider-Man, again, we'll get to that with him in Marvel, whatever. Even in Spider-Man 3, it was kind of a hint that Sony can do some fucked up shit to the franchise, so that Sony will fuck this shit up. They will hold on to Spider-Man until they fucking... As you can probably tell, I'm pissed off, and also that I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. I'm not just gonna be some, say, oh, you're so over the top, what the hell? I'm not gonna be. I see these on YouTube all the fucking time. These people that do film reviews, and they're like this. This movie does this, and this acting is right, and this doesn't, blah, blah, blah. It's like they don't have any emotion. They're just a stale piece of shit wood person that don't even have... It's like, okay, I'm like talking to a robot or something. No! Add some flavor, add something in there. That's what I think of. That's why I'm not just all like this... I know I'm gonna do shit. I'm not gonna sit in front of stare at the screen and do something. No, I'm gonna be over the top. It's fun. It's fun to be over the top. So that's my reasoning. If you guys, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna end up pissing my pants because I'm drinking so much. So basically, what happens is the film starts. Okay, how long are we? Because this rant's gonna be fucking 10 hours long, not 10 hours, why the hell? It's 15 minutes long. Okay. So the film starts out. So they promised us all this stuff. Trailers didn't look bad. But so film starts. Amazing Spider-Man. Fucking amazing. And then we get to the opening scene. The parents. Peter's playing hide and seek with his dad or some shit. Just counting by the stairs. 1, 2, 3. He's like 6 years old here. Then he finds he's going around the house, put on these glasses, some shit, looking at photos on fucking TV. Someone's behind the fucking curtain, whatever the fuck, trying to find his dad, playing hide and seek. His mom probably is playing too. And then his dad. Well, then you learn in the second film, his dad says, "Oh fuck my son, I'm just gonna go record these weird YouTube these weird, I'm gonna record some vids and I'm gonna upload that." It's like, what the fuck's his purpose? Like, what? So I guess you might learn in this film that actually, no, it's like made for Peter, that he'll find him one day, hopefully by the chance of something, that he'll find the documents and files and watch the shit and learn the reasons. It's so convenient that he fucking finds the files and finds the goddamn underground piece of shit hobo place. He finds a strip club underground. No, Peter finds, I'll get to that, but he finds fucking train station. What a coincidence that at the right time he needs to know the information that his father tells him. What a fucking coincidence. Anyway, see, I'm going, but then he walks into his dad's room or something, and it's like papers and shit all over, it's wrecked, something happened, someone broke in, someone trying to steal his work, or just, I don't give a fuck. This ain't interesting. Seen it done before. It just, I don't give a fuck. But anyway, so then his dad's like, "Oh shit, this ain't good." He closes, starts erasing. And then there's even like a spider or some shit, like a fucking spider, okay, in this fucking glass jar, like this tiny ass shit. So Richard Parker's is working on spiders. He's working on spiders. Oh, okay. So wait, and then if you piece all this shit together, fuck it, whatever. So Peter was supposed to be Spider-Man. It was supposed, because in the commentary, Mark Webb's like, because he goes searching for his father, and that's what makes him, or end up getting bitten by the spider. So it's all supposed to happen. Well, that ruins everything fucking Peter Parker stands for. So it's supposed to be just some accident where it happens to this boy. To this teenager. It just happens to him. It's not like some fucking master plan shit. Stupid ass idea. Stupid ass. I know, but it's a new take on Spider-Man. It's a new take. It's a stupid take, and it's bad. It's different. It's trying to be different. No, it's fucking not. There's like these plot point. There's certain beats that are like what happens in the original. This film's major flaw is that we already seen this movie. Okay? Done a million times better, okay? We already seen this, so we don't fucking need it. Knocked over toys over there. Knocked over some action. Knocked over a couple of Ninja Turtles and Batman, Superman shit. Fuck. We don't fucking need a... We already seen all of this, okay? We seen Uncle Ben get shot. Why don't you maybe skip the origin and, do, like what the Incredible Hulk did, like the opening credits scene. That's what you do, but no, it's like, this pisses me off. It's like, so we're gonna sit through the origin again. Maybe you can make it interesting, maybe somehow you can do something that would make it interesting, but no, it's not interesting one fucking bit. It's not interesting at all. What they do with this is the most cliche, stupid ass, boring. It takes Spider-Man to get fucking an hour into the fucking suit. Batman Begins worked, okay? You could say, but in Batman Begins, it took him like an hour to get in the fucking suit. Here's the thing. As far as films go, we haven't seen the goddamn origin. The film called fucking Batman Begins. What's this? Fucking Spider-Man Begins? fucking Batman Begins is the origin story, okay? Yeah, half of the movie, he finally gets in the suit, okay? One, good dialogue, good structure to it, good characters, good directing, good music. Plus, it didn't feel unnecessary. It was like we're watching a Batman film for the first time. We didn't see it in any of the fucking Tim Burton films, or, the Batman and Robin, hell no. Batman Forever, hell no. We didn't see it in any of that. Okay? Maybe maybe like flashbacks, hints to it, but not the full origin. So maybe in this film, if you never saw the origin, okay, and even when they try to make things different in this, it's like, whoa, the wrestling scene ain't exactly the wrestling scene. He just falls into a fucking wrestling pit, and old son, he sees a mask, and then it's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. He was just happens to be on a fucking building where he falls in and fucking in the wrestling. That's fucking stupid. That is stupid. He just fucking falls in. So, even a kind of a problem with this. But here's where, okay, so we're still at the first 5 minutes of the movie! Okay, so, then it cuts, he's like staring through the glass door, window, whatever the fuck. Then it like times something, and then it's Andrew Garfield, pretty boy here. It's Peter Parker, the nerd. It's like if this guy was going to my school, my high school, he would be fucking getting all the chicks. He would be getting every He's a skateboarder. He's a fucking cool. He's good hair, cool dresses, not bad. Skateboard, kind of a not necessarily troublemaker. This is not Peter Parker. This is not how you would do Peter Parker. This is a bullshit job. This is a fucking This is stupid. This is fucking. So he's gonna be a skateboarder, hipster, Edward from Twilight, motherfucker. He's gonna look like that, gonna get all the girls. He gets Gwen Stacy in a matter of fucking, so it's like she already likes him. It's like, it took him fucking forever to get one girl in the comics. He was hanging with Betty Brant for the first so issues. I don't know how long it took him to get a fucking girl as a girlfriend. He rides a skateboard. He's cool. That's not how to do. This is not how to do fucking Peter Parker. Dennis Leary as Captain Stacy that's actually good. I do like that casting. Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone, good. That's also good casting there. It's their chemistry. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker aren't bad, okay? It's better than the love story in Tobey Maguire and MJ, okay? Because MJ's a bitch. But, okay. So, he goes to hospital, he comes home, he finds a briefcase shit out. Oh, Flash, not bad. He's like having this, so, these high schoolers look like fucking 20, 30-year-old people! We're the fucking teachers, okay? If there's this fucking 20 fucking students, and then Flash is in the center of this table, and he's like, he has this kid, and he's like, and he's smacking his face in his fucking lunch tray, and there's fucking kid, and it's like fucking, 20 fucking kids around just in this giant ass circle, fucking 20 kids! Why? Two questions. Where the fuck are the teachers? Why do these kids look 20 and 30? If you want high schoolers, cast fucking high schoolers! That's not just a problem with this film, that's a lot of films too. Cast me, why not? Fucking in this shit. Um, but anyway, so what happens is, and then, so basically, this Flash is like, come on, take a picture of this. And he's like, and then, he's like, no, I'm not, no. Is it? Then he, like, just drops the kid. He just fucking drops him. And then Flash just walks up and just punches Peter in the face and socks him in the stomach. It's like, what the fuck? And then, and then Ivy Rat in, like, the interviews or the previews or whatever, he's like, after this, man, it's gonna, because I don't know the exact words, but he said, but he's like, well, basically, he's like, after this film, you're gonna feel this impact about the whole bullying issue that's going on. And he's like, stand for yourself. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is so stupid. This is fucking stupid. Oh God, this is so stupid. So yeah, okay. So basically, what happens is he goes fucking home, and Peter, it looks like he's high as fuck. He's on some. He's like he's got a hangover or something. He's like, hey, but then he goes home, and he finds a fucking briefcase of his parents. Brings back flashbacks, whatever the hell. Then he brings it upstairs, Uncle Ben and Aunt May, like, what the fuck? And it's like, finds a picture of his dad and Dr. Connors. So he researches Oscorp, goes to Oscorp the next day or whatever the fuck. Gets bitten by the fucking spider. You see a fucking room with spiders, like, fucking room full of shit. Fucking Oscorp, you get this mystery shit happening. He sneaks in the room. He's fucking, okay, so he's like behind the wall. He's like trying to hide from, and then he can see this code, okay? He's like, so like this guy's like, so he's like sticking in this code. He's like 15 fucking feet away, and he can see it. He ain't Spider-Man yet, and he can fucking. So that's stupid, but anyway, he enters the room, web shooter, creating web shit. So web shooters, Peter doesn't actually create, it's like this fucking design. So he gets bitten by a spider, fucking, it's all on this train, on this subway. This guy, like stick this beer bottle on his head just to balance it when, Peter's sleeping. And it's like, it drops and lands on his head, like this drip of it, and then he just jumps on the wall, the ceiling of it, and everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? Peter constantly throughout this fucking movie, he does shit that people would probably recognize him, his face, or there's even one guy when he's trying to search for his Uncle Ben's killer, he's like, hey, he's like, hey, I seen your face, I know what you look like. And then it's like, in which we'll get to other stupid shit Peter does in this movie, which is not Peter Parker. It's fucking hipster Parker, piece of shit, Edward from Twilight, motherfucker. That's what it is. It's Edward from Twilight. Fucking hate Twilight, and I hate this. Anyway, so he fights the people on the trains. Like, oh, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, shit. Oh, what the fuck? He's just hitting people without even knowing what the fuck's going on. I guess you would do that. But then, so he fucking goes, he just leaves. He comes home, grabs a bunch of food out of the fridge. You're gonna get some funny dialogue with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. But he rips the spider out of his, like this web, and then kind of, cool trans. I do enjoy this scene where he wakes up the next day, his alarm clock's going off, he just smashes it, it breaks, he goes to the bathroom, he starts breaking shit. That's actually kind of funny. That's something I do like. That is a cool scene. And, he goes to Oscorp, goes to Dr. Connors, Well, first of all, like he's reading the book, like this Dr. Connor's book that he wrote on the roof, which is actually kind of cool, because you can climb up there, or whatever. But so then he goes to Dr. Connor's house. They talk a bit about something fucking something to bring the lizard DNA shit, because he has no arm and stuff, and I do like some of this stuff, like the science stuff of Peter. I do like, but because in the Tobey Maguire films we never see that much science, so that's one thing I do like about this. I like how Andrew Garfield is kind of like the twitchy kind of that, but not too weird though. Just it's at the right but when Peter's acting all cool, like that's what's like the skateboard shit. No, fuck that. The weird hairdo, fucking like curl, weird fucking hair. Just don't know the way he dresses. Maybe a sweatshirt and jeans and some shirt, or don't make too fucking weird, too hipstery or whatever. Just yeah, but I do like some of the stuff they did with Peter, but not all of it. But yeah, he kind of creates the fucking science. I don't even know what the hell you call it. But for Dr. Connors, and he's like, hey, do you mind coming to my lab at Oscorp after school? And he's like, sure, okay. So then he does that, and then Uncle Ben calls him, and then he doesn't answer it while he's at Oscorp with Dr. Connors. And then what happens is or maybe I missed something. No, I still haven't gotten to the scene where like the basketball stuff and he breaks the backboard, which is another stupid ass thing. So he goes to Oscorp and then, but no, actually, but before that, before he goes to Oscorp, he goes to school, and these Flash is playing basketball. Like, it's not an actual game; it's some sort of like practice or whatever. And then the ball hits this girl's paint falls over, whatever the fuck. Peter kind of helps her, and then kind of catches the ball, and then starts kind of dinking around with Flash, which is cool. I do like, but then he goes too far with him jumping, fucking knocking Flash over, and just dunking he just jumps his ass in the air, dunks that bastard. He just glass just fucking shatters. That's going too far. The other stuff was kind of fun and cool, but that was going too far there. But then Uncle Ben comes, or talking to the principal or some shit. So then he's got to pay for the back. No, like Uncle Ben will pay for the backboard or something, and Gwen's there. They're talking, and one montage. That's probably the best part of the film. One thing I do really like is Peter. He's like in this construction weird warehouse place, and he's like swinging from the chains, and he's like kind of discovering his powers, and that stuff is really cool. I do like. The whole music in the background too is actually cool. That whole scene is awesome and very cool. I like that. That's a great scene. That's great. I do love that. I love that. Okay, that's awesome. But then we get. And then one thing is, I'm gonna say it here before I get to say it, is I like how Spider-Man. I like just the whole where like in this where he has the suit in his backpack rather than under his clothes, which it's fine to have it under the clothes too. But I like it where like Peter, where like he has the backpack on him too, and I like the whole idea of that. I like the whole aspect, because in the Sam Raimi films, you just kind of, this feels like more like a teenager's, which I'm hoping with, Marvel's new stuff, with Spider-Man Homecoming and all the other stuff. Hopefully that will have more of that teenager part too. Just, because that stuff don't get me wrong, there's a lot I like about this. There is, but not very, it's more like fragments of stuff or parts of it that don't really affect the overall story or whatever, but but yeah, so then he goes to Oscorp. He finds the cure, or finds the way to, because they're doing some shit with rats or mice or whatever. He fixes it, whatever. And then what happens is he well, like he just sort of, yeah, and then he gets the call from Uncle Ben. He doesn't answer it because Dr. Connors is like, hey, do you need to take that? And like, Peter's like, no, and then and then he leaves, and but then he finally gets home. Uncle Ben's out. The porch is like, hey, and then, they're pissed, and he's like, and then he's kind of like that one line of dialogue where he's like, because he's getting a call from someone, you don't say who, but then he's like, and then Uncle Ben's like, don't answer that, but I'm glad to know that it's working or something. He says, so it's kind of a cool, but I don't know. Anyway, so just on this fight happens. Uncle Ben tries to tell him with great power comes great responsibility, but that fails. Just it's like he says something like, if you can do great things for other people, you have a moral obligation to do those things. That's what stay here, not choice, responsibility. Like, what the fuck? Just shut the fuck up and say, with great power comes great goddamn responsibility. So yeah, fucking bullshit. It's like, you want to be, even trying to be different, even when you're trying to be different, that's something you can't change. It's like, which I know in a deleted fucking scene, which I fucking hate, in this movie, after Gwen dies, he's at the fucking grave, and his dad's alive, what the fuck? And tells him, with great power comes great fucking responsibility. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. That is stupid. That is fucking stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna take a break of this rant. I'll continue. We're about halfway over, almost Uncle Ben's death of the film. His death scene. We're 38 fucking minutes into this rant. It's gonna be a long one, folks. There's an intermission or whatever. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, again, so basically what we get now is they kind of fight, and then Peter runs and just breaks the glass door and just shatters it and runs off. Uncle Ben goes after him. He buys some milk at the gas station. He's like, and then he's this stupid fucking guy on this at the gas station. This stupid ass worker. He's a dumbass, and he's like, you can't leave a penny. You can't take. Well, like, you can leave a penny. You can't take one. But here's the thing: if he's trying to buy some chocolate milk or something, like, and then he's got Peter's trying to buy the milk. Then the fucking stupid ass, guy who's gonna, who's at the the guy, I don't know, fucking. But so basically, Peter needs a penny or a couple of cents, and he's taking them out of this thing that you donate or whatever. And he's like, you can't take a penny, but you can leave one. And then he's like, you have to pay $10 to take a penny. That's the store policy. And he's like, are you going to pay? You're holding up my line. And he's like, you need 10 cents or so. Like, it's so fucking stupid. It's like, you need a penny, Peter? If I were at the store, I would give you a fucking penny. If I was working at the store, I would let you buy the fucking chocolate milk instead of getting a fucking penny. Oh, that's holy fucking... That is stupid. That's really stupid. It's like, you fucking shove the penny up your ass. I don't know. Find the pleasure spot. I don't know. I don't know if because my dad's, he's mowing my lawn out there, or our lawn. I don't know if if you're wondering what the hell that noise is, if you can even hear it. If you can't, then don't worry about it. But anyway, so okay, now I need to grab something for here. So this is a toy gun, obviously, okay? Because it's got the, and this is like, it's a squirt gun. You just fill this up with the water, and then you use this. And okay, so so here's how Uncle Ben fucking dies. Let's do a reenactment, okay? So fucking, it's so retarded. It's like, I mean, it is stupid. So the guy that was actually behind Peter at the gas station, he robs some stuff, steals some cash, and it's like a star tattoo on his left hand, right, like like right there, which comes into play later. The cops tell him some shit, and what happens is like, as he runs out of the store, Uncle Ben is right fucking 10 feet ahead, ahead of him, and the gun just like fucking falls on the ground, just fucking falls right there. What Uncle Ben does is he fucking runs towards it, tries to grab the gun, okay, off the fucking floor, when the bad guys fucking across from him grabs the gun and they're fighting for it. What the fuck? Uncle Ben, okay, he's trying to do the right thing, okay, but still, that is just stupid ass shit. And he fucking grabs it and shoots him in the fucking gut, and Uncle Ben's just fucking dead. That's what happens. That's what fucking happens. It's Uncle Ben's death for you. The untold fucking story that they did Uncle Ben's death perfectly in this film. But in this, it's like, it's just really stupid. But anyway, so then Peter is like just across the street when this shit happens, and he looks over, he's like, oh, and then he's crying, and he's like on his, grab, the cops come, say, do you know this man? He wants the photo of the guy, the hand drawing of the guy. He's like, and the cops tell him, oh, one of the things, he's got a star tattoo on his left hand. Okay, so he goes searching, has like these weird ass costumes, and tries to find the killer, and and takes a look at every hand, and then he runs with these one guys. I do like even the music too. Then we kind of realize, oh shit, these are the wrong guys, and it's like he fights them and shit, and that's when he lands into the wrestling thing, and that one guy says, hey, I know what you look like, hey, you hear me? I seen your face, or whatever. And yeah, basically what happens is he just falls in, he looks at this wrestling mask, and he's like, and this, theme starts to play, and he's like, oh, whoa, holy shit. That's where he's like, it's the design for the mask. It's like he does like a costume before, he builds web shooters, there's like a montage shit happening or whatever sort of thing. Gets the costume, which one thing I like, in Civil War, Spider-Man's costume, okay, is shit. I'm not talking about the actual costume that Tony Stark makes for him. This is the costume that he makes. It's like goggles for the eyes, just crazy stupid. It's like, that's something I would make. I'm a teenager. I don't have this weird, awesome, like this awesome sewing capabilities of a suit. But in this, they also do, he's like drawing the suit. In the next scene, boom, he has the suit, which, I like the whole montage in this of where he's drawing, like he basically draws a bunch of versions of the suits, and then draws the final one. Cool montage there. But in this, it's like, I guess I could buy it more in this because it's a fantasy. Well, this is also a fantasy, but it's more fantastical, or it's more of a. I don't know. I just could buy it more in this. Plus the suit in this, I don't hate it. I don't. I honestly don't. It's not bad choice, but again, it's Spider-Man enough. But again, it's not what I would pick, to be honest. It's not something I would do. It looks like a basketball up. I know a lot of people make that comparison, but it does look like a basketball. So he creates the suit. He's on top of a building. His Aunt May calls him, hey, can you bring some eggs? Which this gets payoff later in the film, which I do like. And then the one scene is all the fucking, all the promotional material, the trailers, TV spots, whatever the fuck. This is when, I'm going to pause the recording, right here. Sorry, because my camera or my webcam or like my storage space is low. I'm gonna pause this here quick, and I'm gonna free up some space, and I'll continue the recording. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, I just had to clear up some space, to make sure the just recording doesn't stop on me or whatever, because that would suck. Anyway, so basically, he builds the suit, well, whatever, and then that scene, the car thief. It's funny. Spider-Man does the quips and the jokes. They just needed more of it. Just the one scene of it. It's like, well, he does it a few more stuff later on. Which one thing about Andrew Garfield's performance as Spider-Man, I could buy him in the suit. Okay, it's not that I can. It's not that I can't buy Tobey Maguire in the suit in the Raimi films. I can, but this it just feels more alive. As Spider-Man, I like him more. As Spider-Man in the main Spider-Man films, he's more likable, I would say. But as an overall character of Peter Parker / Spider-Man, it's a 50-50 thing. I would say Andrew Garfield's a better Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire's a better Peter Parker. And hopefully, what I've seen in Civil War, Tom Holland is both. Hopefully, when I see a Spider-Man Homecoming, he'll be the perfect Spider-Man, hopefully. Anyway, so, but yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's kind of a funny scene. The cops do come. Spider-Man's kind of a smart aleck to the cops, which actually, that's something I am too. Teenagers aren't the most polite people ever. I'll even admit that. Yeah. But yeah, so then he, runs from the cops, and he's like swinging here, and he's kind of, and he's like doing jokes. And it's fun. And then, Captain Stacy stuff happens, and then Captain Stacy and then Peter and Glenn go on a date. Stuff happens, and they're eating. They're kind of a funny argument, and that's one thing. Dennis Leary as Captain Stacy is actually good. Good casting and good stuff. And he hates Spider-Man. He thinks he's a vigilante and stuff and whatever. Because there's no J. Jonah Jameson. There is, like, in the sequel in Main Spider-Man 2, he's talking to J. Jonah Jameson on email or something. I don't know what the fuck. But we don't see him. And that's one of the things in the Tobey Maguire films. J. Jonah Jameson, J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson. Is one of the best castings, like one of the best casting choices of all time. No joke. I mean, yeah, perfect there. But yeah, so anyway, and then then he does tell Gwen that he's Spider-Man. Basically, like he spins her with the web and whatever the fuck. So yeah, now she knows he's Spider-Man. Whatever. And then he gets his spider sense, and the lizard is on the bridge. He's fucking, because Dr. Connors took the serum, took the fucking antidote, turned into a giant lizard attacking the bridge. One thing about the lizard, his face is like a human face. It's like, and they wanted to make it more realistic or something. Fuck realism, okay? This is a movie. It's like, anyway. But yeah, so a comic book movie. He just looks off. Even the CGI is not the best on the lizard, Dr. Connors. But anyway, whatever. So they fight for a bit, and one scene, another great scene in the film. Not a long great scene, but he saves the kid from the car. That's actually a great scene. If you've seen the film and you know what I'm talking about, that is a great scene. Okay, I mean, that is great. And he tells the kid, the stick on the mask. I mean, it's gonna, just this whole powerful, it's great scene. I think the kid name is Jack or something. And then at that moment, Peter realizes, wow, I'm never gonna see my father or my parents again. But I just saved this kid's life, and he could have never saw his dad again, and his dad couldn't have, or if the kid died, his dad would would obviously they but I mean the point is Peter realizes, wow, I can save other people, because it's like a mix of Uncle Ben's death and hunting down for the killer, and Peter becoming Spider-Man. That's like a mix of both sort of thing of what makes him become a hero or whatever. But anyway, so what's strange is like he never finds Uncle Ben's. He never finds the killer. I thought maybe in the sequel they would do more of that, even before the trailers were released. But they never even did that. They never did anything with the killers of trying to find his uncle. They never resolve it, and it's like they drop plot lines in this film. Once Peter becomes Spider-Man, they drop the parents subplot. They drop the Uncle Ben, like yeah. I mean, they drop all. I mean, both of those plots. They never bring them. Well, they bring them up, but they don't ever resolve them. It's like bring up plots and they just leave them, whatever. But yeah, so we just kind of the rest of the film is Peter trying to hunt down the lizard, finds him in the sewer, kind of a cool sequence, not necessarily a fight scene, just a cool sequence there. It has like these webs across, like all through this, it's cool stuff, and that's what a spider does, is that's how they trap their a prey or whatever. It's by the vibrations, and that's like kind of a suspenseful scene too. You don't know if he's gonna pop out or good stuff with the suspense, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Then you get a fight in the school, which is awesome. Stanley's cameo, which was actually did make me smile in the theater. Great cameo there. Great stuff. Probably one of Stanley's best cameos in any Marvel film. Because in the Tobey Maguire films, he had his cameos, but even Spider-Man 2, his cameo kind of sucked. It was like when Spider-Man and Doc Ock are fighting on the roof, or like on the side of the building with Aunt May or whatever, and then Stanley just grabs this girl out of the way, and this brick falls. It's like, okay, it's Stanley's again, just threw him in there, but he wasn't, a big cameo. But yeah, so and then they kind of lead up to the final action scene with Spider-Man going towards New York, and the cops, find him, and Captain Stacy kind of, takes off his mask and sees, oh wow, it's Peter, geez, and kind of everything starts to make sense, and then he helps Peter take down Dr. Connors and stuff. So I'm kind of speeding through this. I mean, I've been talking for almost an hour already. But anyway, so he helps him, and then but Captain Stacy does eventually die. Kind of a nice scene between him and Captain Stacy right before he dies, and promises not to see Gwen. But obviously Peter breaks that promise, and that's the last line in the film, is that those are the best kind of secrets or some, I don't know. But yeah, so just kind of wrapping it up. Oh, and he also brings the eggs home to Aunt May, which was earlier, which is kind of a cool. I do like that. But yeah, so but yeah, I mean, then the film ends. Cool shot with Spider-Man swinging, at night. I don't know if I probably missed some stuff, kind of skimmed through it, but and the crane scene where New York helps him. Again, a lot of people complaining about that. I guess there is some, but overall, it's not a bad scene. Yeah, but that's the main Spider-Man, and then the end credit scene with Norman Osborn, which we all thought that was Norman Osborn with Dr. Connors in prison or jail, wherever the fuck. And then, I mean, even the commentary, Mark Webb's like, oh, I'm not going to tell you who that is. But it's like, I even heard stuff where they didn't know who he was going to be when they shot the end credit scene. They didn't even know who he was going to be. But then in, this film, we figure out it's the gentleman or some shit. Mr. Fierce or some, whatever the fuck. And obviously, the main Spider-Man series is done. No more awful Spider-Man films we have to worry about. Hopefully, Marvel's and Sony will work together to make good Spider-Man movies again. Please. Please. But yes, that is The Amazing Spider-Man. In a nutshell, like, I guess it's been almost an hour of me just rambling. Anyway, yes, it's been my Amazing Spider-Man 2012 or 1 review / rant. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you liked the film, that's cool. If I didn't piss too much people off, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, tell me your thoughts on the film down below. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. May the force be with you, and I'll see you in my next review or video. I don't know if I'll review this film, Main Part 2 today. I'm just kind of tired after this. Maybe I'll review it sometime either later today or tomorrow or something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that is it for this review. Tell me your thoughts down below, and take care, and have a good rest of your day or night or whatever. Bye. Take care.
Hello, greetings from Parker Smuggle, good friend of mine, Anthony. Thank you for letting me join this epic collaboration with me and you and Josh. This has been fun. This is the only thing I'm recording that's brand new. It's just my little thing. I hope you enjoyed my review off of Spider-Man 1. And what I'm doing tonight, this is a few months, I'll send him this and he'll add it to the video because I'm a lazy piece of shit and the lighting in here sucks dick. Anyway, yeah, the review's totally different. I got my hair cut months ago. This was out, again, it was recorded back in July or June of summer of 2016. And I don't got the hat on, the Spider-Man hat. Ugh. Anyway, still the same dude, still the same guy, just older, more of some hair right here. I don't know. Anyway, just anyway, hope you enjoyed my review for Spider-Man 1, and if Anthony will attach this to my Spider-Man 2 review and Spider-Man 3 and the main Spider-Man 1 and main Spider-Man 2, go ahead, Anthony, do what you want, man. Subscribe to Anthony. Wait, you are subscribed if you're watching this, right? Or if you just, I'm sure my link is down there, not down my dick, but down in the description. Subscribe. What am I? I'm an idiot. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the reviews from me. From me. I hope you enjoyed me busting up Spider-Man 3. If you haven't seen that yet, wait for the Spider-Man 3 one. I'm gonna bust that fucker up. Go to my channel. Did tons of videos, tons of reviews, tons of Spider-Man shit, tons of podcasts. If Anthony doesn't have the link to the Nerd Pet group, join down below. It's down there, the link to the Nerd Pet Facebook group where all the epic shit is. And Spider-Man Homecoming. You better be good. You got that? You better be good. Okay. Anyway, take care. May the force be with you all. Live long and prosper. Yeah, this is the right sign to use. No, live long and prosper. Take care and subscribe to me. And we're the 3 Spider-Man dudes. Me, Josh, and Anthony. Yep, Spider-Man. Take care, guys. Later.
Thank you, Parker and Josh, for joining me once again, and thank you so much for watching, guys. And stay tuned for our last collaboration reviews on our Spider-Man reviews with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I will watch that movie again, because you guys, if you see my original review of that movie, you guys know I praised the heck out of that film. So I'll watch it again to see if it's as great as I remember it being. I'm going to study it very hard. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of The Amazing Spider-Man in the comment section down below. Do you love it like I do? Do you feel mixed bag like how they do? Just let me know. Say it in the comments. Just let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, you are a huge Spider-Man fan like me, so wear my McFarlane Spider-Man shirt, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.